Yo guys, welcome back to episode 2 here in the Forever World Minecraft Modded. So I did do some work. As you guys saw last time, I added this field as well as this field. I planned out where the bee side is, plus a little flower field. I also added this crop field as well as a water extension. So this is like a little mini pond. And we've got two buildings we're going to do today. We're going to do a barn, a farm area for animals. This is going to be like a little pond for them to drink in, and it's going to link up to the stream over here. This is going to be the last thing though. But first we're actually going to tackle the bees, because I managed to catch like 9 bees last episode, and I put them in this little thing. And I feel like they need a little bit of an upgrade, so here we are. So I gathered a bunch of materials and did some mining, and this is what I got. So we want to add the tree into it. So basically I'm going to stack up to about here. And then I'm going to stack up about here. Basically you're going to have to trust the process while doing this. I think it's going to look quite cool about what I'm going to do. Because I didn't really want to give the bees like a very small area where they literally can't move around as much, and this is basically what I came up with. I'm going to sleep. Hope I don't fall off the roof. I'm so slow, I'm going to fall off the roof. Oh, I'm not going to fall off the roof, that's hard to do. Whee! We're on day 51. So we're halfway through to 100 days. Basically it's just been a lot of like grinding and trying to get like resources, also try to get more ores and stuff. Get ass now. Didn't think that was gonna happen. But that's fine. We'll just put the supports on actually first. And then here. Then here. So with this, I want to go around to about here. On the bees. So let's do that quickly. If you guys wonder what mod pack we are doing, we are actually doing Homestead. It's a very cozy kind of feel. It's more laid back than most mod packs. Also there is crate in this, but I'm not going to be focusing on crate in this world at all. There's going to be machines that will help me be able to get resources and materials, but I kind of don't really want to deal with crate at all in this mod pack. So a lot of the crate stuff is going to be behind off camera, but I'll show you guys basically how it's all set up and stuff and how I'm getting resources quite quickly. So because of this tree, I kind of want to include it into like the bees, but the thing is it's quite open. So we're actually going to tear away this part. Second, and then get rid of this oak log and this one, and then probably keep that pot there, and I'm going to bring it back a little bit more, so about here instead of where it was. Yeah, it's going to interconnect with this, and we're just going to have to tidy it up as we go. We're going to make sure it's covered in glass so the bees can't really escape this area, because we don't really want to escape bees. Escape bees! Was not meant to be a pun, but oh well. Basically the other one go about here. And I'm not going to break. Feeling that's going to break the entire thing, and I don't really want that to happen again, so, and then there we go. This part here is going to be a little bit more leveled than most, a little bit higher up, just so it don't get squished as much. So let's actually bring this up to about this level. Which is about here. And then gonna want to bring this upwards a couple of blocks like this, and I kind of want to connect it to the tree. So let's connect it to the tree. Do the exact same thing on each one of these. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. And then I'm going to connect it through here. Basically, I have this part, and then for here is we're gonna basically match it. So it's not as much as a corner, but it'll come level like that. It's the same on this side, but this time I can actually bring it inwards. 3 blocks, across by 1, up by 1, across by 1, and then we link that to that. So it kind of gives this kind of structure, which I think looks pretty cool. So I want to get rid of these parts here. I know it's like supporting the logs, but I want to switch that with stairs. And then I'm gonna need a little bit more cobblestone to putting around the edge here. It should be fine. And then we don't currently have any stairs, which good news is I actually got myself a crafting grid from a quest reward, so I can actually craft some while I'm here. So let's do 1, 2, 3. Boom. Stairs. Turn off the crafting grid, and then lay it like that. Any more fir wood? Probably in the chest. That's the reason why I got more. So we're going to be basically working on this segment first, and then we'll work on the tree afterwards. I don't want it to be fully glass. I don't think I have any logs. Which I do have trees, actually. Where's the sapling that I need to plant? Probably in the backpack. I'm probably going to use the same one as the one over here, which is this guy. So just put fuck off. Oh. Give us plenty of wood. Just gonna cut down a couple of them, and then this will give us this kind of wood, which looks pretty fucking clunky. I like it. We'll need a couple of these, so timber. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my father decided to call me, which was a pain. So basically, we're gonna use planks like this, which is why I'm using it for the bond, because it's like a reddish kind of colour, and it's different to like just using clay. So occasionally we're just going to do a couple of them like this, but not all of them. It's just because I don't really want like full windows on every single one, just on some of them. This one would be exactly the same. This one's like a double though. Do I have an axe? I have an axe. Yay! Cool. And then basically it's going to be second same on this, because these guys are a little bit more bigger. I can fit a couple of those ones in. And then I might just do this one as a solid wall, not really fussed. And then this is going to be access to the back end, so we'll do that. Which give us a double wall. We're just gonna put some arching in there. Give us a single door. Just gonna put some cobblestone there, and then we can walk through. So that'd be like back access. These be 4 windows. And then I've also got to do the top. So we're back once I've got like basically all the stuff in. Basically we're using these blocks in here, which is like black stain, black roof, and some put glass in and some further logs. And I'll come back after I've done that part. So hope you guys enjoy and sit back, relax, go and get something to eat, and I'll be back with you guys. Right, I'm back and here we go. So I basically did a little bit more than fix this. So I was going to put a dome around it, but then realised the tree is going to cause issues. So I went for this side. I actually really like it. There's no way for the bees to escape. And I think it looks extremely pretty. Don't think bees could go through leaves. So we've got a little bit of smokes and stuff, so it kind of comes in handy. So let me grab. Didn't angry yet, sorry! Oh my god. Bees. Get my bubbles. Out. You stuck. I'll get you later. Come on. Go to a bigger area. Look how big this is. Look at this. It's a bunch of little flowers. There you go. I'm gonna grab Mr. Stucky. Oh my god, there's so many. Yeah, that's gonna take a minute. Will you guys follow me if I do this? Ow. Get up the campfire. How is it always one of you that gets stuck? Come on. There we go. Right, let's go. Conga line of baby bees, let's go. Come on, in we go, in we go, in we go, in we go. Boom. There's so many. No, I did put your beehive in, did I? That's helpful. This will be helpful for you guys. There you go. Hey, have a beehive. Don't get caught on the campfires. There's one more. You'll stay in there. Cannot pick this thing up. Are you out? Okay, you're in. Oh my god, right. That makes it easier. Put it down there. Before these guys decide to come back out again. Easy does it, easy does it. Problem solved! Transported bees are paid in the backside. There we go. Living nightmare, you guys are. Oh, I'm gonna grab the honey from you. So I can put another bee thing on before one of you guys decides to get hurt again. I don't think I have any wood. I don't think this is going to work. Maybe not. No. Wait, can I make a cherry beehive? Can I make a bee which is cherry? Bee? Oh, we can! Cool, because we got cherry wood. Oh, we'll make a cherry one. Do 3 different types of beehives. There we go. Boop. There we go, and then boop. Oh, look at the little buddy. Okay, task complete. We now have a working beehive, and none of them seem to be escaping, and we have a lot of bees. It's quite big, so it's quite helpful. And look at this. I like it. Oh. Okay, so basically the beehive's done. I do have to move this path to get into this wheat field eventually. And then I was going to build a path up here. And now towards this area. So this area is probably going to turn into termites because it's a lot bigger area. And also we're going to go and get the animals. And here we are. So I basically did the time lapse and then I ran out of like the roof tiles, so I went to go craft some more, and this is basically what we've got. I actually really like it. So we've got stables over here, and then we've got the barn over here, and it just needs a lot of decorations, a lot of love, and I think it looks quite roomy. Kind of big for the animals, but I think it works. I kind of want them to be free ranged instead of like cooped up constantly, so yeah. Basically how we're going to add some greenery is we are literally going to add a couple of bushes around the place to give it that extra feel of green. And then I also crafted up some feeding troughs and some water troughs. So we're actually going to place these outside because I feel like the animals will probably more likely come and get them. And then I can place a couple like around the spots in different areas. Might stick a couple in the barn. Actually, I'm going to use these ones as the horse feeder. So this is basically where the horses will be. So I'll put one there, one in there, one in there. Boom. Got a little bit of stacked horse hay. I don't know if I think you have to put it in here. Okay, so they do have to use this. So that's probably more for decoration purposes. So we'll stick a couple in here. We'll put one in here, just so they've got like some food. And then basically just go around and feed them, and then they automatically breed on their own. We don't have to worry about it. Kinda comes in handy. Downside, I feel like I can't wait to get animals because I am starving 24/7. But like I said, we're gonna get this nice and sorted. We're actually gonna get it nice and lush for them. I'm gonna stick a couple of hay bales around the place. Not where they can jump out though, but in places, especially in like in the barn area where they'll probably end up staying most of the time. A couple of plant pots with some big flowers. There we go. And then a couple of flowers just to scatter around. Okay, let's just move this over here. So I'm actually going to turn this into a little bit of a mud area for the pigs, but we need water, which is what I've also got to sort out. Got a little bit of lassos. Really don't know how these work, so we're actually going to stick them. Oh, there we go. Let's stick them like that. Kind of gives it like a little bit of a farmer look. And then we'll put some willow shrubs around. These won't grow because they're already shrubs. And then maybe let's get a little bit of sunflowers because this basically is a sunflower plain, so I don't really want to get rid of all the sunflowers, and I think a little bit of sunflowers might actually help. And then I can add a bit more greenery to the pond area. But the animals can get drinks. They're not gonna be thirsty or anything because they're gonna have a giant pond. And then probably a little bit of glowy mushrooms. Glowy mushrooms are quite cool because they light up. And then speaking of lights, we've got to put some lights in because we're gonna have mobs everywhere and we don't really want that. So we're gonna do 2 chains along this. Same on the other side, don't really have to be the same level. Might have to do it same level anyway. Same in here, we'll add a couple of chains with a couple of lanterns attached to it. That one had been misplaced like usual. Boop. Boop. Look at that. Got a fully lanterned up area, which is quite cool. And then we got to make sure the entire area is lit up because we don't want mobs. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a couple of these with some lanterns on top. Just scattered around the place. don't think we have F7. Do we have F7? Oh, we don't have F7, which kind of sucks. Because that would kind of come really handy to know where all the dark spots are all in this area. And probably put a couple along the fence gates as well. Like so. Just to help light it up a little bit better. Maybe sit one on top of the hay bale. There we go. There we go. It's quite lit up, quite homey, and I actually really like it. So the next part is we've got to fix the water. The water in this game is a little bit temperamental because... God, right, need this, this one. Aha. Because first we gotta fill it with sand. Because we don't want grass in a little pond. Then I gotta grab a shovel. Where's my shovel? Shovel! Here's my shovels. I love my shovels. Chickens shouldn't be able to escape this, but I feel they probably can, so I'm going to have to do something that... It's basically going to be a leaf blockade to stop chickens from escaping. And then I'm going to put a little bit of sand going across here. Don't have too much sand on me, so just want it in small bits, and then probably let's add a little bit of leafage into it. And then grab a water bucket and we start going along the edge of it. If it'll look good. And then do the exact same thing along here. Just make sure all the corners are filled, and eventually it should level out on its own like it just did. There we go. And then, because I got some lily pads from the laundry trader, is I'm going to add a couple of these to it. Just to kind of give it a little bit of texture. And then, I'm pretty sure we have some bone meal. We have bones. That's helpful. And a little bit of seagrass attached. There we go. Very like a lively pond. And then, don't really want too much grass. I want a little bit of grass so it's not completely flattered. So let's just get rid of anything we don't really need. Let's in a couple of pots, and then finally is, do we have any glass bottles in this backpack? No, but can we craft some? I'm pretty sure we got some glass left over. Yes. Okay, crafting grid. There we go. I'm come over here. I'm just spam click this. And then come over to this part. Pretty sure it has to be dirt. That sucks. Wait, did I not bring any mud with me? Oh, I did. And then add a little bit. Mud. So I got some normal mud, which is this. Which we're gonna add into it. Which I think the pigs are gonna like. And then we got some packed mud, which is a little bit more solid, but kind of just gives it a little bit more texture to the mud area. There we go. Pigs have now got a mud bath area. Which I actually quite like. Boom, boom! So basically all I've got to do now is just fill up the troughs, add some food, and go and collect the animals. But sadly, we have run out of time, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time for another video. Also gotta fix that roof. Yeah, I gotta fix that roof. But yeah, catch you guys a bit. There may be some, like, basically some major changes to the area, like pathways, probably a couple more crop fields, some flower fields around the place, and some terraforming done, because I'm going to fix this up to make it look a lot more prettier. Oh, speaking of that, let's link it to this. There we go, now we got a flowing river. Whee! Look at that, that looks so pretty. Oh yeah, I can also see if everything's lit up over here. Okay, there is some parts. Hold on. Stick lantern there. I'm just gonna scatter a bunch of lanterns around the place just because I'm paranoid with animals being deaded by creepers and stuff. For now. Right, and then let's do a couple of lanterns there. There we go. Okay, this is now well lit up. Now mobs definitely shouldn't be able to spawn in the barn. So, yep, everything's lit up. Cool. Well, yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.